dating and trying to get to know each other. And we would go out, and I pay for my food.
And I would pay for mine.
Because,
we were going Dutch. I mean, like, in that stage, you kind of getting to know each other. You don't really know what that person's going to be like. And I guess you feel like maybe we should just, split things 50-50, just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case I don't like her, she don't like me. And we can just go our separate ways and we don't feel like, we invested anything into the relationship in the early stages.
yeah, but is going Dutch or 50-50, is that for marriage?
I mean, sometimes we take those same dating habits into the marriage relationship.
Let's unpack it. Hey y'all, welcome back. I'm Lacey.
And I'm Al.
And here, Forever I Do, we teach you how to brag
Build relationships.
according to God.
Yeah.
So, 50-50?
50-50 going
50-50.
Dutch.
50-50.
Yeah.
You do your part, I do my part. We bring 100%. I mean, that makes 100%, and that's it.
But
Right?
is it?
It's not. It's
Yeah.
not. You can't bring 50% or half,
Yeah.
and your spouse bring 50% or half, and it worked.
Yeah. It's kind of like you're aiming low. Would you do anything else in your life and aim only for 50%? Would you say, I'm going to go to work and I'm only going to give them 50% and still expect a promotion?
Or we can talk about school. Like, are you going to go to school and do 50% of the studying and expect to bring home A's or be on the dean's list?
Or even graduate? Can you graduate
Yeah.
only giving 50%
Yeah.
of your effort? So
Yeah.
why would you enter into marriage with that same Dutch mentality saying, I'm going to do 50%, she do 50%, and somewhere along the way that will lead to a great marriage?
Yeah.
Believe me, it won't.
Yeah.
Only place it may lead you to is divorce court. And that's where you see the true 50-50. Because then everything that you work for together, giving your 50% will be divided 50%.
Yeah, and that's not what we're aiming for.
No.
Like, we're not aiming to go down that road where we're just doing half of what we need to do. We need to go 100% in everything. Like,
Yes.
in your marriage, you need to give 100%, no matter what's going on, no matter how you're feeling. Like, you still have to give. Now, there will be times where your spouse does more,
Yes.
or because you can't physically do it, or you don't have the mental capacity to do it. There are some different areas where it's not going to always be everyone's giving 100%.
But this is the thing though. Just like in any team sport, you're going to have somebody that can dominate in certain areas. Again, I'm a huge Lakers fan. Back in the day with Shaq and Kobe, Shaq dominated close to the basket. Kobe was a great perimeter player, great one-on-one player. If Kobe tried to go down in the post and play center all game, and Shaq tried to dribble the ball up court and play point guard or guard, the team would not have been able to dominate. So you gotta play to your strengths as well. So maybe your strength is organization. Maybe your strength is finances. Would it really make sense for your spouse to give 100% at finances and they're not good at it? Yes, they have to learn it, but would it make sense for them to try to dominate in the area that they weren't actually gifted to dominate in, when that's the area that you can dominate in?
Yeah.
Because if you play to your strengths in your marriage, together you will dominate your marriage.
Yeah.
You will dominate your careers. You will dominate raising your children. It's when we get out of position where things start to kind of go south, if you will. So there will be times where things ebb and flow because of sickness and health and other things that may come up in your marriage. But the key is to always play to your strengths,
Yeah.
so that you can dominate.
Yeah. So, I mean, it took me a long time to realize that, because I wanted to dominate in everything.
Yeah,
We were pretty, I'm pretty competitive. So, like,
we both were.
we had this mentality like, okay, you did that, then I gotta go one step above that, or I did that, you gotta go a step above that. Like, it's so important that you realize that you're on the same team.
Yes.
And that when your spouse wins, you win.
Yes.
When I win, he wins. And like, we have to realize that us working together is better than us doing anything separate.
Or competing.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, there is one area that you should be competing in your marriage, and that's competing to serve each other. So it's nothing wrong with trying to one up each other and serving the other person according to their love language. But that's the only place that you probably should be actually competing in your marriage. Otherwise, again, play to your strengths. And that may mean sometimes it's 70 me, 30 her. And that may mean sometimes it's 80 her, 20 me. But it ebb and flow depending on the area that you're actually playing.
Yeah, that's so good. Realize and recognize what the ultimate goal is and then work towards it. But 50-50 is not for marriage. 50-50 is for divorce. And that's not the goal. That's not what we're heading. So we need to throw it out.
Yes. Again, forever I do means how do I make my I do last forever? Not how do I make my I do last 50% of the time, or 50% down the road, or until divorce.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you never miss a video.